So, what would Uganda Matters look like today? What would St. Charles Luanga, Noah Mawagali, what would Clara Nalumansi look like today? I, as an artist and a creative, I was always intrigued by trying to look into the paintings and the pictures and the sculptures of Uganda Matters. And when I looked at many of them, they had this um, ready to die type look. That is, I'm like a sheep laid to the slaughter. And I think that that really works in terms of one sense of the beatification, the confirmation that they were willing to die for their faith. But it doesn't capture one aspect of them because some of them were given a chance to live or to die. And they said, you either keep your faith or you obey and renounce your faith and you leave. So there was dying had to do with defiance. It had to do with resistance. It had to do with saying, no, we will not participate. We will not do what you want us to do, even though this is a monarch, it's a state. So there was a violation of freedom of worship. There was a violation of their freedom of religious expression. Clara Nalumansi, for example, she's a badass princess who was told she couldn't get married, and she's like, no, I want to get married. You can't have children, you're a princess. You can't have kids, siblings to compete with the king. She's like, no. And she ended up getting married to a fine Christian man, and they wanted to destroy the center of to look after the spirits of the dead, and in a mausoleum to take care, as if she's, to take care of I think Junju Kabaka Junju's mausoleum, and she wasn't going to take it. She ended up burning the witchcraft. She went burning the idols that were worshipped, and unfortunately, they assassinated her as well. But there's a resistance that's not captured in the current artwork of the Christians of the Uganda Martyrs. Charles Luanga, who looks at the king and he says, look, you can't kill, because those of you who know that normal pages or common people cannot really resist what the king says, but the king was making a mistake. He made a mistake of ordering for the assassination of Bishop Hannington in Busoga, who was coming over, and Charles Luanga says, no, you can't do that. You can't kill the bishop. He hasn't done anything wrong. It's wrong for you. It takes courage. It takes courage to look at a king. And this is not captured in the art. So I commissioned an artist on my behalf and began to give him ideas and help to work on producing some new images of the Uganda Martyrs. And what I'm showing you here is I'm going to show you some of the pictures of what I captured out of what we try to come out of that reimagining. What does a Ugandan martyr look like? What would they look like today? Now, I don't know if they would look like this, but we tried very much the beauty of the princess, the mother, the Charles Luanga. We try to capture them so that the faith can be handed to the next generation. And I know that when some of this art and the sculptures, some of them, I look at them and they're like, oh man, they're really grotesque because they're depicting death. And the message is like willing to die. That's fine. But there is a missing element. And I think that the cultural, the artistic, creative can help us to capture that aspect of our faith, on our history that is missing in some of our denominational traditions, they are pacifists. They really capture that element. I'm willing to die for my faith, but there is also a missing element, because willingness to keep the faith was a statement of defiance, was a statement of saying no. My religious faith, my fear of God is greater than the fear of man, and I will. The law of God allows me to get married. I will not take no for an answer. So I have come up with this artwork, and I'm hoping to be able to share it with the rest of, especially the young generation, to be able to capture the sense of a more authentic, a um, more relevant expression of our faith in this years, in this generation. So I'm hoping to do some T-shirts, some artworks, and also be part of the contribution of the faith tradition and the faith of the African, of people of color, that they will get to know that I I am from the roots of Clara Nalomansi or Charles Luanga, Noah Mawagali, and you can be able to relate to them and capture that aspect of them as they deal with the issues of freedom of worship today that is under tremendous attack. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for engaging. And I just want to ask that you would subscribe to my channel. I want to ask that you would consider supporting me financially. If what I am sharing is a blessing to you and the work that I do, I would ask that you consider supporting me. My information is on my channel, whether by PayPal, you can look and see the ways that you can do that, or my mobile number, that's 0772 Thank you so much. God bless you. Again, we'll be back to look for ways of building our faith and understanding it in contemporary time.